We'll give it 1-1 with
Yeah.
with Cole being the first fatality.
He's done.
And Metro being badly wounded.
You hate Metro Boomin.
No, bro, he's.
You are a being of light.
Ooh, I
Yep.
need the them and them t-shirt.
Them and them.
I need that.
I gotta see all the Coachella merch.
That shirt is elite, bro.
I really haven't been hearing that much about Coachella so far.
Tyler did his little spray painted thing.
Isn't his festival? Isn't his set tonight? What spray painting thing?
The merch. It's just the Igor outfit, like with the little bob cut, just spray painted onto a white t-shirt.
That's cool.
Tyler creator, you know. Is Coachella dead?
Is it raining over there? I think it's just a uninspired year.
It was not a good year, bro. I was
Yeah.
not. No hate, because you know, if I got tickets, I'd go. I wouldn't pay for tickets though.
Yeah, me neither.
Right now, at least. Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing very like specific things about Coachella, but not about how like lit it is. You know.
I'm just seeing like Lana Del Rey on a motorcycle.
She rode a motorcycle.
She rode a motorcycle.
Oh, yesterday was day one. I forgot.
Mhm.
I thought it was 2 day motorcycle.
I'm gonna keep this up to inspire me.
Just staring at that is gonna get
What
you.
is it?
The Uzi merch.
This is my inspiration. For the
Seeing
pod.
that out your peripheral is nasty work. Okay, let me just make
What's
sure.
nasty about they thems?
Via who?
Ooh,
They thems.
spicy.
Was it? It said they them.
Oh, was it they and they? Them and them.
I didn't think there was any pronouns.
What does
them,
this show say?
Them
It
and
is
them.
Them and them.
Them and them.
Them and them.
Like, let me see it.
Them and them. What does them and them mean?
That's the
Interesting.
thing. It doesn't mean anything.
Is it like a transgender Eminem?
Transgender Eminem is crazy.
Did you guys not immediately think they them?
No,
No.
no. It's a reference to like him calling himself like, or sorry, damn. This is it's tricky. I'm gonna get caught.
Don't
up.
you mean them?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
They go by them.
I'm already getting caught up. It's the beginning of the pod already. Lil Uzi Vert goes by they them. It's a reference to that.
Them and them, and he's saying like you rap, so he's like them and them.
Eminem.
Right.
But-
It's like a little pun. It's kind of funny. That's why I want. The
Nah,
t-shirt.
that's-
This guy should rap.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
He's pretty catchy. Did you guys watch the solar eclipse?
Of course.
How'd you feel?
I mean, I don't think it was really necessarily watching the eclipse that had the biggest impact on me. It's more of a day of alignment.
Okay, so
that
you felt
requires
in the spirit.
Yeah, you know, the journaling was extra potent.
Oh, I hate you.
The meditations were a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? I also called my mom because I thought that the San Andreas fault line might be tripped by like a total solar eclipse with like a supermoon. You know, I was a little scared. I was like, we might.
That's
have a
what
crazy
pissed me
earthquake.
off though, because my dumb ass, you know, of course, I'm not in line with what's actually happening with any of this.
That's okay.
So like, I hear eclipse and I'm like, okay, so we're gonna get the full thing. We're gonna get to see it from Mars, but like where we are, we don't get to actually get a visual of the full eclipse. It's just partial.
We weren't not in the path of totality.
Yeah,
But did you see videos from like the place that were?
I couldn't. You
No,
know,
that's not your lane of TikTok.
I went outside,
Got it.
put on the little glasses.
Oh, you put them on?
Yeah,
I
they
stared at that.
You know,
shit.
everyone left work. Everyone was like, "Are you
Yeah.
gonna go watch the eclipse?" I'm like, "If my boss leaves, I'll leave. You know, if he walks out, I'll walk out." But
Yeah, that's crazy.
did you? Were you in office that day?
No, I was at home.
Everybody on the lot was just outside, looking up at the sun. I'm like, we look crazy,
I didn't even really see it.
but you felt it.
Yeah.
Did you have the glasses?
No.
See, I tried.
I didn't want to ruin my eyes, so I stayed inside.
I tried to just raw dog it because I didn't have the glasses. But honestly, that shit hurt, and I could not see anything.
Niggas was staring at the sun for minutes.
Not minutes. You know, I was taking peeks.
You gave it a good 30.
Yeah, you know it's dangerous. We saw what happened to Joey Badass. We know it's dangerous. You know.
Staring at the sun.
Yeah, the last time we had an eclipse, he was like, "Nothing's gonna happen to me, pussy. I'm gonna look at this sun." And then he like canceled the rest of his tour.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
You should look it up on
And
Twitter.
then he tweeted this year and he goes, "Y'all know I'm still gonna look at it."
Album delayed. What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Stereo Vision Podcast.
What's good? Episode 99.
What's
sir,
good,
yes,
man?
sir,
There's a
yes,
lot of
sir.
smoke, and I just want to address one thing, bro.
Off jump.
Off rip, bro. to the third grade fucking gym teacher that told me to stand in the corner. It's up for you, nigga. It's
Ooh.
smoke.
Yeah, there was a lot of negativity in our comments recently.
Smoke, nigga.
I
Wait, there
even
was
responded.
Wait, I'm confused. Who told you to stand in the corner?
It's smoke, bro.
A gym teacher told you to stand in the corner?
We beefing everybody.
In the YouTube comments, I guess.
Which video?
No video. Just back in the past, bro.
Oh, just in life?
Real life.
Yeah.
He's dissing he's taking after, like, you know what I mean, what Kendrick and Drake is doing. It's time to diss everybody.
Yeah, fuck Miles.
Fuck friendship.
I hate Miles.
I'm dropping diss tracks on everyone in Stereo Vision right now. Osei diss coming tomorrow. Spencer on Monday.
Well, Say's gonna drop one on you right now.
No. We're not starting to. Audio listeners, I'm so sorry. Audio listeners, I'm so sorry. No,
More like feet.
No. Stop it.
You're about to face defeat. And you
I'm gonna
looking
cut
like
all this out.
some
I'm gonna cut all this
streets.
out.
Yeah,
None of this will make the
looking
final
like
video.
a boss sack. And you
Not
looking
wasting
like a
time.
mall sack. And I'm up in the mall spending your rent. Yeah, you look like a fence. Yeah, you look like a dork. And you man, I wish I was a rapper so I could diss you properly, but it don't matter because I play your ass.
I'ma
like
make
Monopoly,
you
and I'm going
edit this. I'm gonna make you edit this reaction. Stop it.
Oh, you
Stop
words,
it. No more.
Brown.
No more. All right. I was happy to see you guys about 30 seconds ago. How are we living this week?
Man,
I feel
Silly?
great. I feel great, honestly.
feeling very silly. But I love the energy in the air right now, man.
Yeah.
I think it's necessary for the culture, and I think it's super interesting to see where everybody stands. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting Drake disses, we're getting Rick Ross disses, we're getting Metro posing with Future in the Weekend talking about the biggest three. You know, it's time for everybody to talk their shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
It feels like people want to be seen and heard from right now. It definitely feels like the winter's over. You know what I mean? We're getting into warmer weather and stuff like that. People want to be outside, and when we are outside, we want to know the hierarchy. You know what I mean? People want to know who's big dog in this shit.
Miles,
So,
I got one question for you though. Chris Brown or Quavo? Which one?
that's not a hard question.
tough one,
It's
right?
breezy. It's breezy. But diss track wise, Quavo. Overall wise, CB. That's the real beef that we're talking about.
No, that's what we should.
I can step out if you guys want to talk about that one. I just literally
You're
could
a
not.
hater.
I could not care less about.
What's your favorite Chris Brown song? You got one. You got
I
one.
don't.
You got one.
I don't.
You don't like Forever? You know that's a slap. You know that's a slap.
Come on.
1, 2, 3,
4.
4. Yeah, that song's fire.
That goes.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm a Chris Brown hater. I feel like on this podcast, I'm not gonna act like I know Chris Brown's music. You know what I mean? I mostly know him from features and the smash hits, and I don't really enjoy his voice. I bet if I went deep into his catalog, he probably has some slaps.
He dropped 35 song album.
Didn't he already drop like a 60 song album?
Yeah.
I don't like when he does that because I like him, but I can't listen, bro.
There's
I just
no
get
way.
Too bored.
There's no way you could drop 35 good songs. But Future and Metro Boomin dropped 25 really good songs.
Yeah.
If we want to get into that, you know what I mean? Of course, we can clap it up for Osei. Thank you for delivering another great project. This man was working on it. Go tap into that reaction if you haven't already. But I thoroughly enjoyed that project. I think this is better than the first one.
Yeah, I agree. We were talking about it in the group chat a little bit, and I was like, this one, there's just more vibes. It's more interesting, and the highs are even higher. Yeah. The first one was great. They really repeated Future Hendrix because they both serve two different purposes, and to me, they're both like above expectations, honestly, of what I thought I was going to get.
Yeah, and I think the second one will last longer.
I agree.
I think like the first one obviously has like hits. Like That is a massive single at this point.
It's like I'm So Groovy and Mask Off.
Yeah, and like Type Shit I feel like will have its moment too, but I don't know. I think really as a fan, like going through the second project, especially that mixtape that they dropped at the end, like you're going to listen to that forever.
And I was going to definitely, like, he fed every different Future fan, you know, because I know for me personally, this second album just caters more to the version of him that I like. You know what I mean? I like the more R&B wavy type shit, even though this wasn't even R&B. It was kind of like what you call it, synth pop.
I like someone was calling it disco trap.
Yeah.
I like disco trap.
That vibe.
But yeah, it definitely inspired by like a lot of 80s pop, synth pop.
It's different. He's talking to the women more on this one, I definitely feel like, as opposed to the first one he was shooting at whatever niggas was talking down on him, whoever he was beefing with, obviously.
Aubrey.
Yeah. But we didn't get any disses from this. Instead, we got J Fold coming in, linking with his mans, you know what I mean? And acting like they pieced it up. I mean, obviously, apparently the people in our Instagram comments don't know that we know how songs work, so this probably was recorded a while ago.
Definitely was recorded a while ago.
But I was surprised to hear his voice on this.
I'm just confused though. Like, do people not understand that you like have to clear verses?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's my one thing. Like, I feel like, yeah, I get it. It's clever. It's like, he recorded this a minute ago. But bro, he still has to approve it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
and it's not like once he clears it, it's like permanently cleared whenever he wants to drop it. Like when he releases it, he could unclear it whenever he wants.
Yeah, and I don't want to go too hard on J. Cole because I actually am starting to feel bad because it feels like we're looking or actively watching a spiral. Because I'm like, none of these moves, yeah, literally, none of these moves make sense. None of these actions, even though I feel like this is part of who he is, none of these feel cohesive. None of them feel like they have any strategy behind them. He knows he's a big name, and he knows he has a fan base he has to protect. I don't know why he's doing this.
I mean,
do you buy into the fall off theory now?
a little bit.
The Dreamville,
That's even more lame.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's even more
I've kind of bought into it, bro. Just because that's the only way it makes sense. Because, like you said, this nigga is just. It's like he's crashing out.
break down the theory. Down the theory.
Basically, some nigga on Twitter said J. Cole is embodying a character during this. You know what I mean? He's been talking about the fall off for a very, very long time, saying the fall off coming. Yet he keeps dropping these projects and these features before it, and it's been delayed. And he's like, apparently he's getting into character. He's setting himself up for this hero or person who has to come back, and his last chance to avoid complete fall off is this album. And the album is going to save his career and put him back in the good graces of everyone.
That is so corny.
It could be very corny, but I don't know. I hope that that's happening just to at least give like credence to what he's doing now.
I would rather him just need a therapy session or something than like just be doing this for a rollout. That to me would be the corniest thing he could ever do.
Yeah.
And I want people to hear that.
Yeah.
If this is a rollout, this is the corniest rollout I've ever seen.
What if it's not a rollout at all? What if the fall off was never? I mean, I guess he said it was an album. What if he's just like, I'm done with this rap shit, done everything I had to do in this. I want to be left alone and out of this shit. Let me just fall off. And it's literally him just like, yo, y'all niggas can hate me. I don't give a shit about this no more.
But he could have just bowed out though. He could have just been like, yo, I'm really not really.
But you might as well get some bread.
I hope he goes out in a memorable way.
Yeah,
I hope whatever the fall off is, it's memorable for some reason.
Yes, but we've talked a lot about J. Cole. J. Cole has gotten so much time over the past couple weeks, but I do want to ask y'all this. Do you feel like from Metro and Future's perspective that all of this beef shit, all of this petty stuff has taken away from the art?
No, I think they stirred it up on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's driving people to the album, honestly. Not just the diss records, but like I think it's definitely... Everybody is talking about it. That's all they're talking about. And it's not like we have a Kendrick album or a Drake album to run and listen to. You know what I mean? So I definitely do think it's been productive from a streaming point for their sake.
Right. Like, think about it. I even think I texted y'all or texted Spencer this. It's like, bro, it's like, if we didn't have this, like, what would we have? Like, NLE, Choppa, Slut Me Out Too? You know what I mean? Like, there's, if you look below the surface of this, there's nothing else memorable happening. I think there's some stuff in the underground scene that maybe is bubbling up that we're going to talk about later. But, like, what is going on besides this that is memorable in music right now?
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of other stuff. It's been a lot of singles from people and stuff like that. Shit, I feel like people other than them are kind of just testing what's going to work for the summer. You know what I mean? I see a lot of that type of stuff going on, but I don't know. I didn't really take that perspective or really think about that until today when I sat back and I listened to, like, this is probably my third full run through of the album, and I'm like, this is really fucking good music.
Yeah, and people aren't really talking about it.
Like, we got 41 new Future Metro Boomin songs. Like, that should be a bigger deal, but at the same time, I also think that this album is going to live for a while, especially this new one. I think when people get outside, people get to Miami, people get on the bus, people do whatever they're going to do during the summer, it's going to be a soundtrack to that. So that'll maybe give it more legs, give it some more appreciation. But
well, I mean, I think you're right. I think it's going to get some shine, but I think let's give Future and Metro some shine now and talk a little more about the album, because I want to know, out of those 40 whatever songs we got in the past month, I want to know 3 from each of you. Okay. Right now, gun to your head, you can only keep 3 songs off We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You.
Wait,
which 3?
both?
Off both.
Oh, that's so
which 3 are you keeping?
I'm going like that. I'm doing... What's the second weekend feature on We Still Don't Trust You? Does it list his...
Oh, the
All of Me, All to Myself.
That's what I thought. That, like, the R&B joint?
All to Myself. I'm doing that one. And then my third one would probably be. I love Don Juan, but that's not the one. Yeah, my 3 would probably be Beat It. Damn, I always forgot. What was the second? Always Be My Fault? No.
All to Myself?
All to Myself, Beat It, and Like That.
Or is it Nights Like This that you're talking about?
It might be Nights Like This.
Is this one you like?
Yeah.
All to Myself.
Yes. All to Myself. All to Myself is incredible. The Weeknd embodies that. I love hearing The Weeknd used on this so beautifully because, like, him and Future obviously have collaborations together, but just whenever I think about the two of them, I never realize how their styles are going to mesh.
Yeah.
Metro gave him a beautiful canvas. Metro bodied shit on this second album. Metro really, really was the MVP of this second album to me because Future's going to do what Future does.
Yeah.
At this point. Like, it's hard to get a bad Future verse, so.
Yeah.
This is so difficult because obviously Like That is something I can't lose, but there's so many songs I want to keep, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I think I personally listen to Love Bad Bitches a lot. I just like the subject matter, you know what I'm saying? Plus, it's just a nice vibe.
What you like about the subject matter?
Bro, it's just life, bro. That's just lifestyle music. It's okay, bro. You wouldn't
Y'all like good because I love Bad Bitches.
you wouldn't get it, bro. No, Love Bad Bitches is amazing. I also like the Rocky song. I think it's Show of Hands. I'm not sure though.
Yeah. That is maybe the best trap beat across both projects to me.
And then Claustrophobic too is just a song that I listen to every day.
So
that's why
love that one.
I don't want to leave Like That out because I feel like it's super important and we don't get this moment that we have without it. But it's also like there's so many other standout tracks that are just a little bit more like I can't listen to dun all day.
Oh, I can.
Well, okay.
I can.
listen to that.
I can too. We all love Like That, so we'll leave that out and we'll say 3 other than Like That.
Yeah, so I would probably say those 3.
I'm gonna give you probably Running Out of Time. I love that. I think that hook is one of his strongest hooks. And then maybe Out of My Hands off Project 2. And then it's so hard. But maybe Crazy Clientele off the little tape at the end of disc 2.
It's a good one.
Everyday Hustle's crazy. Magic, Don Juan, Princess Diana will be my third then, if we can do that.
That's a great
like that.
That's a great
I
song.
love that song.
This Sunday.
Yeah.
This Sunday should be in my 3, honestly, with the interpolation.
But yeah, let's just make sure that when we get into all the rah-rah, we get into the fun little beef shit because we love that we're acknowledging that we got 2 great bodies of work from legends. You know what I mean? Give them their flowers, give them their acknowledgement. But if we want to get into the bullshit,
Now we can get in the bullshit.
all right. So we talked about Cole being on some bullshit. Drake has heard everything. We've been asking for a Drake response for weeks. We finally got one today. It was leaked, called Push-Ups,
Yep.
where Drake is shooting not only at, of course, Kendrick Lamar, but he's taking other little subtle shots at everyone. Told Metro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
How we feeling about it after living with it for a little bit, hearing it a couple times?
There is some hilarious bars on there.
Yeah.
The Metro bar is hilarious. Bro? I gotta listen to that shit again, to be honest. There's a lot that went over my head, I feel like. Sorry, someone else go. I'm blanking out.
No, it's really good. It's a really good diss. It did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
The whole concept of give top 50, drop and give him 50 is super fire. It sounds like he owns 50% of his publishing, right? Or is it 50% to get out of his deal?
He had to give him 50% of his masters to get out the deal, allegedly, is
Okay.
kind of what I've gathered from it. But I don't know. I don't know this dude's deal structure and shit like that. I'm not going to speak on it. But if that is true, that's pretty crazy.
But also, like, that could totally not be true.
It could.
That could totally be something Drake is just stirring up. You know what I mean?
I think that when Drake says things, there usually is a lot of truth behind it. I don't know if 50 is the number, but it's probably a lot. And there's probably something that we don't know about his deal.
And
How would we know?
He said it too many times.
Yeah.
He said it too many times.
It's the crux of the
title
song.
the track. I think that the energy around that feels like this is because it's not for us. You know what I mean? We get the shut the fuck up bar. We get all the other little petty shit, calling him short stuff. That's surface level. Everyone's going to ha-ha at that. That feels like something that would cut deep. Like just to Kendrick to get a reaction out of him. You know?
Yeah, but also, like, I mean, I'm definitely, I feel like have taken my role as the Kendrick stan. That's what the YouTube comments are saying. My whole thing is, something about the combination of Kendrick and Top Dog. And we heard the whole story on Duckworth. You know what I mean? Something about that combo made for the best rapper of our generation and maybe one of the best rappers of all time. So if he gave an extra 10%, 20% of his revenue, like, to me, that's not that big of a deal. I'm like, I think the partnership was probably more important than whatever extra points he got.
Yeah, I mean, I think the shot is great in terms of battle, sportsmanship, all that. But if you take a step back, he signed Kendrick based off legitimately nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And put him in position, all that type of stuff. So, like, I'm not here to critique TDE deal structure. I think all we can say is that they move different than other labels, and that I think that they take a much bigger chance on developing artists.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do that, there's obviously different things that come along with it. We've been accused of not knowing anything about the music industry recently on Instagram and shit like that.
That was funny.
But from my limited knowledge, that's the way that a lot of different companies take that approach if they're going to take a risk on an artist.
Does Kendrick even really care about money like that? Because I do feel like, bro, he could profit so much more off his touring, off of like dropping more music, off of just, I don't know. It doesn't feel like, and I think those are kind of the shots that Drake is taking at him. It's like, bro, I make more money than you. I'm a better businessman. Like, I'm running this shit way better than you. But I feel like Kendrick legit doesn't care as much about money as Drake would.
Yeah, I think
that's not important to him.
It would cut way deeper if it felt like there was beef between Top and them, or like the exit was more messy. But it just seems like it was very amicable. Both sides are like, this is no beef. I could stay here. I just want to try my hand at developing something and creating something of my own. I've done what I'm supposed to do here. I'm moving on.
One thing
Kendrick,
no, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Kendrick just wants to be the best of all time and to be a voice of a generation and of his community. That's all he wants to be, I really think.
I get, but like, okay, so before all of this, would you have guessed that Kendrick was going to shoot at Drake?
Before all of this? No.
Because I would have taken the approach of like, Kendrick don't give a fuck about this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what this nigga on.
But I told you, he wants to be the best. And Drake hadn't very clearly said, it's me and Cole. Or I guess he does rap about that a lot. But I felt like first person shooter was a little bit more deliberate, know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it just feels like there's something brewing where everybody is just tired of Drake. And I think like you can kind of, as like outsiders to the whole thing, you can kind of feel it. Like Drake has gotten to a point where he's just dropping like hella music. You know what I'm saying? He's going on tour. He's being very like braggadocious. He's calling himself the best. He's like doing things that are a little bit just like out of place for like, I don't know, a man his age. You know what I'm saying? I think it probably pissed people off. I think the braids probably pissed people off, bro.
The braids look crazy.
I mean, low key, it's like, bro, you're getting braids. You're like dancing on stage. He's just getting really cocky. And I think there's probably some other things going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. But remember, like Drake likes to take shots. Like, remember when he was like wearing the Chris Paul jersey?
Yeah.
And apparently that was like a Kanye diss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like subtle things like that we just don't really even notice or realize he's probably doing in the background while he's dancing on stage to One Dance.
Yeah,
he's like a taunt king.
Exactly.
He's probably taunting these people and we don't even realize.
Exactly.
There might have been something else that set off the Kendrick verse that we didn't even catch.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Even in the diss today, we're not even talking about it. He takes several shots at Future. He talks about first he has the Wicked bar, not the first,
that
but
shit
like
was hilarious.
that was well placed, by the way.
What'd he say?
Wicked. I forget.
Something about chains, jewelry, looking wicked, like something like that. Just a reference to a song. And then he's like, also, I gave you your biggest song or your first number one. You know what I'm saying? Like these are things that we're not even talking about, and they're like clear disses. Like, but because of like us focusing on the Kendrick beef, we're not even thinking about that.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, because it's also like Rick Ross dropped. You know what I mean? his song. No disrespect to Ross.
No, it was good.
You know what I mean? There's two people we care about. There's two people that are really here for it. You know what I mean? I think Drake dropped this. Yeah. Let's get y'all up out the way. All right, y'all gonna take shots at me. Cool, fine, whatever. Y'all get one bar. It's mano y mano, 1v1. Who really gonna run it up? Who gonna talk more shit?
And you're probably right for the court of public opinion, but I am very interested in all these side players getting involved. Because for me, it seemed like music has been so dry. And I thought it was like, I didn't know why. But it's just because these people haven't been a part of the game. And the new generation didn't honestly take the torch and make intriguing enough shit to keep us entertained for the last 2 years. But now I see these people coming out of the woodworks and everyone is getting involved. And to me, it's the most exciting music's been in 4 years.
But niggas have been dropping, bro. Kendrick dropped, what, last year or 2 years ago?
2022.
2022. Drake dropped last year, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not talking about Drake. Drake beat
Rocky had dropped like the singles leading up to it, I think.
Rocky hasn't dropped shit. Rocky's dropped like 3 singles in 4 years.
I think what Spencer means too is like all this music is uninspired. Like even with Kendrick, like people say Mr. Morale is like his worst project.
But the last thing you could call Mr. Morale is uninspired. You could say you didn't like it, but it was definitely not uninspired.
But
there was thought behind
it doesn't
some
feel
about all
like
this
that
music.
Kendrick.
Yeah, some about all this music is feeling like 2016, 2018. There's a little extra juice to it right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Even the Ross diss was like, oh, this is a little spicy.
The Ross diss was fire.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I really liked the Ross diss.
It was cool. It was
And it just sounded good. He was like rapping really good. I'm like, damn, I miss hearing motherfuckers that can rap really good.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, okay, here's what I'm saying. Like he dropped that whole project with what's that nigga? I was gonna say what's that nigga name?
Oh,
Meek Mill.
You know what I mean?
Let's not talk about.
But
him,
like,
bro.
there's yeah, you know.
I think if it was a Ross solo project, we would have listened to it.
You know,
Yeah.
and like there was probably a lot of good verses on there. But yeah, good energy.
Why would he do that?
What? Drop a project with me?
Freak Mill.
That's
Maybach music, right?
that's nuts.
No, niggas was saying like, yo, it took you 24 hours to respond to this Drake shit, but like when Meek was beefing with Drake, Ross ain't saying nothing. And Meek and Ross is supposed to be affiliated.
I don't. I feel like they probably weren't on good terms, right?
That's what people are saying.
Because he was probably on Drake's side, low key.
And
I can't be on Drake's side. He like signed Meek.
I don't think Ross entered this conversation for any reason other than him and Drake fell out.
Yeah.
Ross found an opportunity. He clearly feels wronged by Drake. He's not doing this to piggyback on no one else.
And that's why he was on the first Future and Metro project too, probably. Like that probably didn't
Ross?
help it. Yeah. Everyday Hustle.
Oh, I forgot.
Damn,
yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, so I forgot about the biggest.
You know
Boss.
what I mean? This shit is happening
Oh,
so
fuck!
fast.
That song is so good.
That was-
I might need that in my big 3.
That and Don Juan are the ones that I'm debating in my 3.
Cinderella.
But Cinderella's great. Cinderella's great.
Oh God.
It's a great first project, great second project, bro.
So after the 2 diss tracks, one leaked, one a feature.
Leaked, quote unquote.
You know what I mean? What do you think is the score right now? Is it 1-1? Is it?
These are jabs, bro. There's nothing. It's nothing more. If it is a score, it's 1-1. But like these verses have both been light, in my opinion.
We'll give it 1-1 with
Yeah.
Cole being the first fatality.
He's done.
And Metro being badly wounded.
You hate Metro Boomin.
No, bro, he's looking so corny.
Metro is wounded right now. He caught probably the most aggressive bar from Drake.
So
he got
not
shot in the
aggressive.
chest.
So not aggressive. He just told him
Called
to shut up.
and called him a little hoe ass, right? And told him to go make drums. He said, "This is where the big boys are talking. Go sit down at the little kids table." That was a bar, bro. So I think he caught the most aggressive bar in that, and looks crazy on Twitter. I don't know.
And it's talking about the biggest 3.
The biggest 3,
the
bro.
biggest
Stand
3.
on that. You know what I mean?
I
Shout
like
out all
Metro,
the
though.
producers, bro.
Metro's-
Shout out
Metro-
the
yeah.
y'all see, you know what I mean? I'm gonna always get shine to y'all, bro. The underdogs, the real people who are making this music great.
What
Are you
talking
part
about?
of the biggest 3 too? You want to be in that picture?
It's just Big Me, bro. I'm on that
Oh!
Kendrick shit. I'm on that Kendrick shit. But yeah, beef, arguments, disputes. Other than that, Glorilla and Meg are shaking ass on the internet. You seen that?
Nope.
Yeah, the wannabe challenge, bro.
You ain't seen the wannabe challenge?
Nope.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
Who's shaking ass?
Glorilla and
Meg?
Meg the Stallion.
Meg shaking ass?
Yo,
Bro, can we just say though, like Glorilla's team has really, like, I don't want to say revived, but has really resparked her career.
I love it. I love it. 'Cause
They
I
made
think-
a very big push,
Yeah,
to
and
make sure that she's relevant.
I think that she's really fun too. You know what I mean? Like she seems like she's not with all the extra shit, just trying to make some fun music, girl from the hood. You know what I mean? She got her little peoples that she with. She don't even be in beef like that for real. Even though
with JT,
I was about to say she was throwing shots at JT and Young Miami were beefing on the timeline.
Yeah.
JT love a good Twitter beef.
yeah, she might be cooked. Well,
JT,
she's trying to do the solo career thing. I don't think it's working.
I like it. I think she has potential. I think the fucking Doechii song was really good.
Yeah, but
Doja's song was
I'm just
dope.
saying right now, like, why she? You got to focus on the career, bro.
You got to stay in the mix.
Too much beef. Too much
I
beef.
feel you, but you know what I mean? We found out. We see it in real time. Beef sells.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Beef gets attention on people, bro. So yeah, that shit was cool. As you mentioned, Slut Me Out 2 dropped.
Yeah.
Maybe the funniest music video
Incredible
I've
record.
ever seen in my life.
Yeah, probably.
What is wrong with NLE Choppa? Nothing's wrong with NLE Choppa, but Why let me answer?
You're telling me if you were a bad bitch, you wouldn't want to fuck you too?
Dog. When you showed me that Rolling Loud video, that was like, oh wow.
Bro, that is
doing that
hilarious.
song with nobody in the crowd singing anything back to you is insane.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
You
word.
could tell he believes what he's saying.
Oh yeah. I don't think this is not like I would never accuse him of doing nothing for a rollout. That nigga just want to put out whatever he wants to put out.
Yeah.
He's very zesty.
A little zesty. A little zest.
He's lemon zest.
Lemon zest. Okay. Did anything else of note drop?
Vampire Weekend.
Vampire Weekend. I want to actually listen to that. Shout out them. I've been listening to their older stuff. Let me just pull up New Music Friday. I'll say there's nothing that you like. Oh, Dua Lipa Illusion. That was forgettable. Party Drop Lose My Mind. I actually haven't listened yet.
It's good.
Song.
It's good?
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
You just need to change that album cover, bro.
Yeah, no. Every time I go on my phone or I see him post something, it's just ass is crazy.
I can't even post it, bro. Like, it's like, I get it. Like, I get it, bro. It's part of the brand, but, like, it's just too much.
When you get off that post,
Yeah.
I'm going to laugh. I feel like you might.
The thing is, I can, but I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not trying to post naked women on my story.
I don't like the cover either.
That's fair.
The new Nia Archive song is really good. Cards on the Table.
There's a project, right?
I just heard the song.
I think she did a whole album.
Let's see. You're probably right. Silence is Loud. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay.
The new Willow song is really good.
Yeah, people have
Big
been talking about her a
Feelings.
lot too.
Willow, all these singles in this new era is so fire. You can tell she's in like such a creative bag, and she's in the studio with the right people. Her music sounds like very like structurally complex. You know what I mean? Like she sounds like she got some like real composers
I like
and
her.
like real musicians in the studio.
I like her energy. I feel like she's just the perfect example of like no stress in life. It's just, I mean, obviously you don't know what's going on with people personally, mentally, all that shit, but like it feels like she's just been given the keys to be creative since a youth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how you start with whip my hair back and forth. But she was like 12, 13, and now as she's a grown adult, we're into this era of music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I forget, what is it, like Wait a Minute from
Yeah.
last year?
Wait a minute. That was a while ago, but
Bro, when I heard that, I was like, okay, she's going to be in this music shit for a long time.
yeah.
For a very, very long time.
Yeah, that song's incredible.
Someone who's not in this for a long time, but was O.J. Simpson.
He was in it for a long time.
He was in it
he
for
was- he was
a
here
minute,
for-
bro.
Hey, let me go on wax and say rip the juice.
Okay.
R.I.P.
I wasn't sure because there's a very big cultural divide
Yeah?
in O.J. Simpson thoughts.
Well, I mean,
Why?
yeah. He didn't do it, right?
Hey, R.I.P. Juice, man. Shout out Cam and Mace. Gave this nigga a platform in his last couple, like, you know what I mean, months.
What did they do?
He was like doing a reoccurring segment with them every week. He
No
was going
way.
on. It is
That's
what it
wild.
is. Bro, It Is What It is the greatest sports show to ever exist already just off that.
Yo, that is actually not okay.
Why?
OJ definitely did it.
So he capping. See how we not really, you gotta really stand on it. We not here for the jokes.
Oh, I'm here for the jokes. He was on It Is What It
Frequently,
Is.
multiple times.
That's so funny.
I mean, hey,
I need to watch that show.
you know the glove didn't fit, right?
The glove didn't fit.
I found out some crazy shit. Bro.
Oh.
I found out some crazy shit because, like, you know, like he like and this is some just like old school shit. Like, he stopped taking his arthritis meds 2 weeks before he found out he was gonna have to put on the glove. So like the arthritis meds keep swelling down, so his hands swole up. That's why the glove didn't fit. But regardless,
Smart.
What are your sources there? Trust me, bro.
Yeah, trust me, bro. Of course. But hey, it seemed pretty believable to me. Football player, arthritis. You know what I mean? Hey.
I buy it.
Yeah. R.I.P. OJ, man. Funny guy.
Who's your favorite?
Maybe a killer.
Who's your favorite football player that killed someone?
Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis for sure.
Not Aaron Hernandez.
Ray Lewis for sure. Aaron Hernandez
He's scary,
is
bro.
a psychopath.
I know.
bro.
Doesn't that make you kind of like him?
And what's even scarier is now everyone's coming out and telling their craziest Aaron Hernandez stories. There was like, I think it was Wes Welker, Danny Amendola. Wes Welker used to have the locker right next to Aaron Hernandez, and then Danny Amendola got it. I could be fucking with the players, but he runs over to Danny and tells him, he's like, yo, Aaron's gonna do some weird shit. He's gonna do some really, really weird shit, and you just can't give him any attention. He's like, he's gonna take his dick out in front of you, like all the craziness, and like you just can't give him attention, or it's just gonna make him go harder. Pause. But yeah, Shout out, I guess not shout out Aaron Hernandez, but shout out CTE.
What are we shouting out?
Yeah.
You want to shout out CTE?
No, I won't. I might have that shit.
Yeah,
CTE
bro.
ESPN?
How many times you doing concussed?
Like 3, I think.
Yo,
doing what?
Okay.
All of them were in football. Besides one, I got like, I was riding in a trailer, you know, like a camping trailer, and the driver of the car like fell asleep, and like hit the rumble strip and overcorrected, and the trailer detached and like rolled, and I got like yossed out of the trailer and knocked out.
Miles, can you verify? Because
This is real.
not all these stories are true.
This
All
is
my
real.
stories are
This
true.
is real.
Spencer got some traumatizing stories.
He's lived
bro.
a crazy life. Nah, I was sick because imagine quitting football after getting hit because you're like, yo, I'm not built for this, and then getting concussions from basketball.
Yeah,
That was like, this is supposed to be a non-contact ass sport.
you fell out of a moving vehicle.
I got yossed. The vehicle got fully totaled.
Jesus.
There was 4 of us in there. Everyone was like, yo, all 4 of you guys should have died. Like, I got back to school and everyone was like kind of really happy to see me, but all the teachers were like really pissed at me. They're like, you know, that's like so unsafe. Like, you should be dead right now. Like, you know what I mean? They were just like mad.
They didn't want you to end up like the Joker, bro.
You know?
New movie out soon, bro. Shout out Joaquin. Are you guys
New
excited?
Joker movie?
Yeah. You didn't see the trailer?
No, I didn't.
With Lady Gaga and shit? It's all centered around music. It's supposed to be a really cool one. So I guess Gaga's playing Harley Quinn, obviously.
Cool.
And I guess they meet in Arkham Asylum. It's such a nerd shit. But they meet in the jail, Gotham City, all this shit. It's supposed. Rumors were it was a musical. Not a musical. Just music centered.
Cool.
You know what I mean? It's I'm excited about it though.
I'm excited too.
You saw the Monkey Man movie too, right?
Monkey Man was fire.
Yeah, crazy title for a
Monkey
movie.
Man was fire.
Insane title for a movie.
You guys got to see the Monkey Man.
I want to watch it
Because
really
it's
bad.
the dude
Dev Patel.
Dev Patel
Yeah.
wrote it. It's his story, and he's also the lead in it. And it wasn't getting picked up. But Jordan Peele got the script, and he was like, "This is amazing. I want to give you the resources and like get this movie made." And so Jordan Peele came on to produce it. Yeah, it's a great movie. Definitely go see it.
What's good with Jordan Peele's marketing as of late, though?
What's he been doing?
No, I just mean like when like he'll have like a fire like trailer drop, and then when the movie comes out, you won't hear anything about it.
Yeah.
Because I only heard about it, I think maybe through one of you. You know what I mean? And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, it's out. But I didn't realize. And that trailer dropped like 6 months ago, and I completely forgot about
Monkey Man?
it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think he only has the 3 movies, right? That he's wrote and directed. This one he was just like a producer on. The only one that I think you consider like Jordan Peele movies are
Get Out, Us, and
the new one.
Yeah, whatever it's
Nope.
called. It's
Nope.
funny. Nope. It's funny because I even watched that one. I just completely forgot the name.
Oh, which
And
one was you guys' favorite?
Ooh, I think Us might be my favorite. I think that one. I mean, obviously, Get Out is a classic, but I think Us is just like a more interesting story. Like Get Out, I feel like was supposed to be like a Tyler Perry type movie.
That's
like,
a
look,
crazy diss.
bro.
That's a wild
bro. The
diss.
concept of Get Out is like kind of fucking meme-ish, bro.
And then he made it great. I'll go Get Out. Get Out was fire.
But I don't think the Get Out was supposed to be anything but satire. But people made it a much deeper like story.
That was not just supposed to be a satire.
Bro, Get Out was supposed to be satire.
So I like Nope the best. That might be the only one.
You're such a hipster, bro.
Yeah,
You're just
on the
saying
hipster
shit,
shit.
bro.
No, I love Aliens, bro, and I thought the ship looked really cool. I like the story. I like Nope.
The
best.
ribbon monster.
I loved it. But what we're talking about, like absurd, funny concepts for movies that sound like they could be Tyler Perry movies. Did we see the Kendrick South Park collaboration that's going down?
I didn't see that.
No, so
I heard about
Dave Free and Kendrick are coming together with the 2 creators of South Park to make a movie. Oh God, and I kind of forgot the. I think it's a biracial couple, and it's a white woman.
Why'd you exhale on that?
Because the plot is so
And a black
crazy.
guy.
It's so crazy.
And
bro.
doesn't the black dude work at a slavery museum where he has to pretend to like be a slave, and he finds out his girlfriend's family like used to own his family.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, it's insane.
Oh my god.
It sounds crazy.
Is it supposed to be funny?
I think it's gonna be really good. I'm just mad that the South Park people are also in on this.
Why?
To make it. Because I don't know. Like I feel like South Park is really funny, but I just don't like 2 white guys just like making fun of black people, bro.
But that's
I
why
don't-
Kendrick
I
and
don't
Dave
like
Free
that.
make it okay.
Oh, so just because a couple black people are involved makes it okay.
I feel like they wouldn't let no crazy shit happen.
I think it's gonna be funny regardless, especially if you don't think about that aspect. But in my heart
You're
of hearts-
crazy.
in my-
All right,
in
Umar.
my heart of
All
hearts,
right,
bro.
Umar. You
It
can't
doesn't
pick
sit-
and choose.
It doesn't sit right with my spirit.
You're nasty. You're nasty. But yeah, look at us. I'm talking about multiple different types of fucking pop culture.
Culture
shit
boys.
Like that. You know, literally the culture boys. Back on some music shit, you know what I mean? Our boy Spencer Yak is talking shit again.
Oh, I didn't listen to the new song.
I didn't hear the song, but I just heard him call out Lil Baby and NBA Youngboy for painting their nails.
Oh, go Yak! I would love to see this beef coincide with the other beef because I'll go team Kendrick, team Yak to like
beef could end in
die.
guns.
Yeah, that beef.
That beef could end in violence that we do
Yeah.
not want to support.
This is true.
Yeah, stay out the way. But I guess I don't hate it though because Kodak really don't give a fuck. Kodak could crash out about this shit.
I heard the new song was good too.
Yeah.
Did you listen to it?
No.
I just feel like Kodak's on drugs, bro.
You know.
And that's why this is sad to me.
Yeah, I'm not super. I haven't been super tapped into the recent Kodak shit to be honest.
You want to see our black heroes tear each other down?
He does, not me.
He said he does. It's crazy.
That's the common enemy.
Jesus Christ!
I'm just kidding, guys. Just
racial
kidding.
pod.
I feel like I should go.
No. We won't bring that up. Why does Youngboy live in a place called Gravedigger Mountain? That can't be good for your mental health.
I thought he nicknamed it that himself, or is that a real name?
I hope. Either way, don't call your home Gravedigger Mountain. That should never be referred to as that. That's where you lay your head to rest.
Youngboy is a supervillain.
He's literally a super just in this
Youngboy
mountain in
is a
Utah.
Yeah. I would love to see like an animated show about like an exaggerated version of the hip hop landscape.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious. It's so dramatic right now. Niggas is so dramatic right now.
It's good though. It's a show. It's supposed to be a show, right?
It does, bro.
It's art.
It's feeling a little WWE-ish though at this point.
I mean,
But peak WWE.
yeah, not like I don't.
This is
think-
fun.
No, it's like well written, but especially when I saw the J. Cole stuff, I'm like,
gonna
bro,
say.
what is going on? This
Cole-
doesn't feel real. Like,
Call it. I mean, that's what shit. Vince Staples seemed like he felt that way too, bro. He calls into Joe's podcast and is basically like, "Yo, I don't get why we bigging up all this shit. Like, I don't really give a fuck about all this. There's bigger issues at hand.
oh my god,
We got to worry about niggas getting their publishing back." I was telling him
Oh,
though,
fair.
right? But isn't that really funny given what Drake's diss was?
Yeah.
Because this was 2-3 days ago, and he's talking about like, yo, like, why don't we talk about how like they're trying to take away people's publishing, da 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 da. Why don't we talk about how Spotify never is showing major support for us, but then niggas get to fighting and they're gonna say hip hop is competitive against Spotify billboards and shit like that. It's like they're monetizing us, you know what I mean? Kind of dissing each other. How do you feel about that?
I don't know if I have like the correct take on the Spotify stuff, but I don't know. Might be a cultural difference, bro, to be honest. Cause like I don't even know how to explain what I'm trying to say.
You gotta just say it.
I don't think, like, from what I understand, bro, I just don't think black people use Spotify, bro. And I don't think they cater to black people.
I'm not mad at that because
Bro,
like by the data numbers, hip hop and R&B go way crazier on Apple.
Yeah.
Playlisting wise, like consumption wise, that's a fact.
And I don't know if there's a reason to it, but to say that like we're not doing enough for them is just crazy. I think they need to cater to us more.
Spotify needs to cater to us more.
Yeah,
right?
definitely, bro. They're profiting off black music. I
100%.
think there should be way more initiatives to reach out to whatever they want from the black community. They should be doing 10 times more in the community to reach out.
What does Apple do?
Nothing.
Apple just is on your phone when you buy it.
Because to me, when you said that, Miles, I was like, I mean, Vince obviously has a better perspective on what Spotify is actually doing, but like I feel like I do see initiatives to uplift hip hop and R&B on Spotify. Like they just released their whole classics of the streaming era segment where they were highlighting all what they considered classics from hip hop and R&B since 2016. Each one was getting a post and like an interview, you know, like. I have seen it, and like the Rap Caviar was obviously a massive moment that like pushed hip hop forward.
What I can say is, and I obviously don't know everyone, is I'm more familiar with more black curators at Apple, and it seems like those are the people that are making the playlists and things like that over there. While they may have a hip hop playlist at Spotify, I don't know who's making it.
Carl Cherry, everyone
So
knows
that
Carl
could
Cherry.
be, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know the deal.
He said, "I don't know."
Everybody knows Carl Cherry. I feel who's the Apple
Is that
playlist
his
there?
I know Will is the one who does it, and then there's one other girl. I'm
Okay.
forgetting her name, but
I feel like Carl Cherry is one of the like most respected playlisters.
I be seeing him on Twitter.
Yeah.
He be active on Twitter, right?
Yeah, he's the head of hip hop at Spotify.
Hey, Carl, you doing good, I guess. But yeah, Vince like to get mad and shit. But Joe Budden's little platform been blowing up. You know what I mean? A little bit. Niggas been talking shit on there. I hear him and Ak is getting back together again.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to drop something today.
They had Ak had got on the show a couple months back. But it's always good to see them two talking shit. I love how Akademiks was at the center of this whole Drake beef too.
I don't.
You know what it is, bro? They've built themselves up to be credible again. I think Akademiks has always been like kind of like an underground like representation of like what like an internet blogger dude is that just like kind of like lives in his mom's basement and just like blogs. But I feel like he's built up his platform enough where he is the center of attention now. Like people are sending him tracks to preview.
I guess.
I think the Ross track was sent directly to him.
Yeah. Well, first I saw Akademiks say like me and Joe are hip hop. Like that. Those are the only two like sources of hip hop. Like we have a monopoly on this shit. And then I saw a commentary on that, and they're like, "Yo, these are kind of like the new like radio dudes. You know, this is the new Hot 97, new Power 106. Like if you want to debut a track, look what Drake did. Look what Ross did. You know, you send it to these streamers, and these streamers can fucking blast it out and get you crazy reach everywhere.
And it works because they come from that era, so they kind of understand how to communicate their opinions in a way that like people can like properly consume. But they also aren't just coming from a place of ignorance. Like they have like done the homework. They've lived this shit, you know. So Akademiks is more of like a nerd though. He's not really a Joe Budden. He's just more of like a student of hip hop in a way.
I think he's the first person in this space to really understand and monetize streaming.
Yeah.
Like he was very early on in that. Even when back in Everyday Struggle days, I think he was still streaming. Joe has his niche. You know what I mean? He's not going to say anything underground. Like some of the stuff might get to him a little bit. You know what I mean? I think the most underground he goes is Kodak, Baby, that type of situation. You know what I mean? But he's still an old head. Ak, I feel like Ak has had credibility. You know what I mean? Because he got the Spotify deal when he was doing his show. I forget the name of it. But he had a bunch of rappers on there and shit like that. So I think it is interesting how many people really still fuck with him after all the shit he's talked and all the problems he's caused.
He's just consistent, bro. That's the thing. Like, and I think he's never been apologetic for who he is. Like, again, I don't think he's the coolest guy, but I don't think he's ever switched up or changed or tried to act like a different person than he was.
I can appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone could be the flyest, coolest nigga. You know what I mean? Not everyone gonna be able to afford to go get their abs done like Drake. You know what I mean? Some niggas just gotta pop out as they is. You know?
Yeah,
Drake gonna diss you next, bro.
You not gonna get your? He gonna diss me?
Yeah,
I'm gonna diss you.
I mean, shit. Bro.
You got what you got to say to Drake right now?
What do I have to say to Drake? I would have questions. I would ask him like, did he get getting your abs done is crazy.
You know the real question that people gotta ask, man. I don't think I can even say it, bro.
Why would you say something like that? Why would you bring it up and not say the question?
I didn't think I could say it, bro.
You gotta say it.
There's been rumblings, bro.
Oh yeah. What else happened? Ari Lennox was yelling at Joe Budden.
You know, it's cool. It's cool that the beef. The other cool thing about the beef, I think, is that a lot of people like us are having moments right now because there's more to talk about.
Yeah.
Rory and Mal finally seemed like they are having a moment after doing their show for so long and nobody really.
You talking crazy? Don't do it.
I think they're corny though.
Nah, they doing this podcast shit for real.
I know, and it's dope, and they do it well, and they have a listener base. But I'm just saying, to the general population, I don't think it was breaking through until recently. Like I'd never seen like Elliot post clips of their podcast until this shit. You know what I mean? Because they were popping off. They're having great episodes.
And they low-key heard the diss first.
Yeah. Mal and Drake were allegedly talking, which is so funny to think that like these friendships exist and be like happening behind the scenes. But yeah, I mean they've been doing this shit for a couple months now. Their content has definitely ticked up because I think it was shaky for a minute. You know what I mean? It was shaky for a couple months there. When it first started, they had some stuff, but they're doing some things like they have a live concert series that they do now too. That's pretty cool. But
what I'm saying is like you're obviously tapped into them, so you see what they post and they're feeding you. But I'm saying like I'm seeing them getting reposted, and like big spotlights on them for the first time. As someone that isn't as tapped into their podcast, I've heard you play it. I know it's a quality pod, but I don't really listen. But now other people are posting them and big upping them, and I think that's really cool.
This shit is creating conversation, content. Everyone wants to attach themselves to this moment, and it is cool that it is centered around hip hop after hip hop was just so down bad.
Dragged for years.
So down bad. And personally, I think we can relate to it being the lyrical shit. You know what I mean? The stuff that has been, it felt like people were ready to call it corny. People were ready to kind of really give up on this backpack rap type of thing. So I'm happy to see that getting prominence again.
Me too.
Becoming a big thing. Shouts out the real lyricists. In that same breath though, you want to talk about the underground a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we seen a white man taking over the game again. This kid.
Shout out Ian, man.
This kid
Taking over the game
man.
is dramatic.
Yeah, no, wait. We got, go ahead. Do the little intro, bro. We got to get into it.
Yeah, this dude, Ian, is sitting down at a dinner table rapping with what looks like his family. His track, do you know the name of the song?
No.
It starts with an F. Come on. I'm going to put this on our wheel. Figure it out from the block performance. Shout out from the block. They've attached themselves to every big moment that's happened this year, damn near. You know what I mean? From Fisher to this. The youth fucks with that. I saw Robin Thicke do a from the block performance.
Right.
Hilarious.
And that made me uncomfortable.
Well, it was smart, though, because you saw it.
Yeah.
But it was also like, what is going on?
What's happening? Because it's just not a live performance. And it makes it so much funnier because it's like, what was the optics of this before it was edited? You know what I mean? How crazy did this look? Robin Thicke with a speaker just miming into a microphone in Atlanta.
God.
But yeah, this Ian kid dropped a track. It caught some virality, I think, because of the video, and the song is really good. It seems like there's a couple of things out of the underground that I think could break.
Yeah, but I think the one thing about Ian specifically, I mean, shout out to all these kids, man. Ian, Laser Dim, Netspend, Baby Kia, there's so many of these new kids that are bubbling right now, and the underground scene feels healthier than ever for those that actually listen. I don't really listen to that type of music personally.
Yeah.
'Cause I think it's a little bit noisy for me right now. The one thing I'll say about Ian, though, is I feel like Ian has the chance of getting corny, kind of like Four Bats is corny to me. Because I just think that he's going to get big up to a point. He's cool right now. You know what I'm saying? I've been hearing about him for a little while. Now he's having a little moment. But I think he's going to get big up to the point where it might fall a little flat for me. That's it. You got to hear more music from
That
him.
seems like you just don't like when niggas finally catch their moment.
No, I think that there's not enough chance for artist development when it gets too big too fast. Pause.
Yeah.
But
No, you're right.
Kind of. I mean, you can't control that, and all you can do is just keep doing what you're doing.
you can't control. I think that if you have experience in the music industry, you might be able to control it to an extent. You can kind of control who you got around you, who's in your ear, control your releases, all that type of stuff. If you got I think realistically, if he's in the position he's at, he's got to have 2 mixtapes in the tuck. 2 really good projects in the tuck so that he can consistently release good music to the point where he can release a project and then not run out of steam for the next one. I mean, think about Fetty Wap, for example. I think Fetty Wap is a very early example of this, where we get Trap Queen, we get a lot of really good hit singles. He comes out with a phenomenal project, and after that, it's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It's quiet because he didn't have anything more in the tuck. There wasn't time and room for artist development. There wasn't time to really tell a story.
But that's what I'm saying. If we're talking about artist development, you have to give them time to develop. You know what I mean? So if say he drops the shit, right? Like Fetty Wap did, he drops his project. I'm not mad if you don't drop again after delivering us 3 hit singles, a project. You don't have to drop again for another year.
I'm not mad, but I feel like on the back end, you just need to have more in the tuck. You need to have more. You just need to be more prepared for this moment. It's moving fast, so you have to move fast too.
But then that
Do
leads
you
to-
see what
but
I'm
then-
saying?
Right. But I feel like that mentality is what leads to the music getting rushed.
No, I mean okay, wait. Say what you mean.
You can't be a prisoner of the moment. Just because your motion is going crazy, right? Some shit that you've been working on. You had 10 years to get your first hit. You know what I mean? The same way that people say that when you're making your first album, you have however long in your life, 20 years to make your first album, and then you have 2 years to make your second. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that pressure, that sped up timeline, a lot of the time is what's leading to rust music, because it's like, fuck, I have this motion, I have these eyes on me. Now, rather than taking the time and effort that I spent for the first album, I have to rush out the second one now to meet the demand.
I mean, I just think my overall strategy is get a hit, right? Get another single that sounds kind of like the first, and then drop another one maybe. Then your project needs to have at least 6 of those types of songs. Then your second project, you need a cohesive body of work that sounds like Elevation. You need We Don't Trust You, and then you need We Still Don't Trust You. That's what I'm saying.
Future is 40 and a vet in the game. You can't expect that from someone who's just dropping.
I'm not saying literally. I just mean like you need like those two types of bodies of work. You can't just drop mid after your first project.
But can you wait 2 years to drop after your first project?
Depends. It depends. I guess it depends on what kind of wave you catch. If you catch a scissor wave, then you're good.
You know,
you can drop whenever the fuck you want. But that's just like the extreme. That's extraordinary.
But did people have those expectations before Control?
No, definitely not.
You know, so put her in that. I appreciate. That's why, you know, I mean, it is hard to hate on TDE because they just have so many examples of how they've handled shit as a label and like really handled their artists with care and protected them so many times. Punch took so much heat for SZA like not dropping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it leads to this greatness, you know. So
I'm personally just like to close that out. Like maybe I'm not making that much sense, but ultimately I'm concerned about artist burnout. I'm concerned about how the industry moves things a little bit too fast for a lot of these artists and how they're not ready to be like put on these pedestals. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I think we need to protect these artists, especially kids that are rapping and making music about real life situations that they are literally going through at the time.
Yeah.
And that they're trying to figure out how to handle. And they're putting it into music because they can see it can make them money. But they're also just like, yo, I don't know how to express myself. You know what I'm saying? These kids aren't going to therapy. They don't have like older figures that are helping guide them through the music industry. You know what I mean? Or even maybe at all. So I'm just saying there needs to be more of like a protective type of figure in the industry for these people rather than people that are just trying to exploit them. I think even Ian could go through the similar things if he's not careful.
I was gonna say, and it's easier for Ian to find a protective figure, I think, than it might be for a baby Kia or a laser dim. I agree with you. Am I wrong?
No. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. It's the third eye open. Third eye open.
Nah, but shout
No!
out. Don't
Put it down.
No.
Peace and love. No Illuminati. Peace and love.
Whenever
Shout
the
out
conversation's
to
getting a little too heated, you need a
Shout
break.
out to you.
You should throw up the heart.
Shout out to you. Okay, what else is there? What else do we want to talk about?
It's kind of a yap fest today.
It's a good yap. Great
Yap.
Great yap, actually. Lunchables have lead in them. They're getting taken off the shelves.
Huh?
No way.
You didn't hear about that?
No, that's fake.
Nah, man, I didn't know.
That's if Lunchables have lead in them, then lead is good for you.
You liked Lunchables?
Hell yeah.
You a liar.
Yeah,
That shit was terrible.
No, I did. I think I did when I was like a kid, like the pizza one.
Oh,
like,
I knew you were gonna say the pizza Lunchables. Nasty shit.
I like the cracker ones too.
Ugh, you know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about?
Now they would be terrible. Yeah.
None of those
Well,
are good.
I had the worst like lunches. Like my dad made me the nastiest sandwich every day that I hated.
You were like a lunchbox kid. Like, did you bring lunch to school?
He made me a sandwich every day and put like a piece of fruit, and so like I would like beg other kids to give me shit. And so like the WAF days that like they got me a Lunchable was like amazing.
Were you a lunchbox kid, I'll say, or were you a school lunch kid?
Sorry, I'm distracted because I'm on Grand Chat right now, and it says a Kendrick Lamar reference track for N95 has surfaced by artist CJ Francis V, who happens to be Quentin Miller's ghostwriting friend. But this also sounds like fake news, I'm not gonna lie.
Grand is always fake news.
It is always fake news and very biased. But is that true? Does Kendrick have writers?
Everyone has writers.
Ooh.
That's what I don't. You know, we talk about. I don't give a fuck. Like, do you care if someone has writers in the room with them?
But that's his biggest thing, though.
What's his biggest thing?
Let's see who's credited. He keeps calling Drake a ghostwriter.
You know, that's what I'm like. I guess he did say the little ghostwriting shit.
I mean, there are mad writers on this, but I just assumed they were like producers and shit. So I don't know.
Oh well, there's also, and then like there are also the Not the Twos. Not the Twos did the We May Not Know.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
they're gonna get credits on shit too.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, this nigga said I'm distracted right now. I was school lunch.
I
Though.
personally don't like Lunchables as much as like school lunch because it's just like it's just like school lunch is like fresh.
Were you school lunch or did your parents pack you a lunch?
Fresh out the microwave. No, I usually I did both. I did a little. School lunch got a little expensive, and then when it was cheaper, it just got bad.
It was bad.
The Michelle Obama thing, like that was really a time, bro. Everyone remembers the school lunch getting worse.
Nah, school lunch was a fun time though. You never knew what you were gonna get. You know what I mean? And then one day it'd just be really bad pizza, Really, really bad pizza. I don't know.
The wheat pizza.
Oh my God, bro! Right?
disgusting.
What the? I got wheat pasta. Whole wheat pasta is crazy. Have you had whole wheat pasta?
Yeah, my mom used to make it.
Did you like? Do you like? You feel like you
No,
like it?
no,
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
like it,
yeah. That shit is nasty. The last thing that I have is Calvin Harris's wife says that she plays Taylor Swift when he's not around. Because they used to date.
Calvin Harris and Taylor Swift used to date.
Mm-hmm.
And so the wife waits until Calvin Harris is not around to listen to Taylor Swift because she likes Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
How would you feel if like your girl played like your ex? You'd be like cool if they was buddy buddy.
If my girl and my ex were buddy buddy,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's how Derrick Rose. You see Derrick Rose goes viral every time him and his 2 baby mamas are together in a picture.
Wait, I'm confused on the first part. Why do we know that? Why do we know
She
that?
said that.
Why?
That's cool. That's you should aspire for cordiality amongst your ex and your current.
Honestly, that
partner.
means you probably did something right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Friendship and shit.
Like the Derrick Rose thing goes viral, but yeah, that also just looks like the best example of like co-parenting.
It is pretty funny.
That shit is hilarious.
But
But the
it's-
Derrick Rose stuff is hilarious.
You can't tell me that's not the best situation for that family.
I mean, you know,
And for those kids.
bro, everybody gonna piece it up when you get a couple M's.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that child support be hitting diff.
Not always though.
I mean, that means that
That's why he goes viral.
that means they're not satisfied enough. If they're beefing, that means you're not paying somebody enough. Somebody feels like they are not getting enough of a bag.
You think? I mean, you think they're both getting enough? Him.
You wildin'.
Like, do you think on those little family vacations he's hitting both of them?
No. Oh, you're hilarious. You're hilarious.
Whoa.
Oh, my bad. My
Ooh.
bad. My bad.
That is a good. That is a good I wonder. Shout out D Rose, man, legend,
Yeah.
legend. Okay, do we have
Yo, you know what I was thinking about Calvin Harris?
what? What were you thinking about Calvin Harris?
Funk Wave Bounce is like one of the greatest albums.
Yeah,
It's really good.
Like when people talk about like best albums
Of
of,
our
like that
generation?
decade and shit, they never bring it up.
Yeah.
But like that was a soundtrack to many a summers.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's like multiple smash hits on there.
I
There's
mean,
like
even-
Rollin', Slide, Heat Stroke.
Slide went triple diamond in the streets, bro.
Yeah.
Every frat party was playing it,
I was
and
gonna say-
every house party was playing it.
had to go trip.
I
Every
fucking
club
play-
was playing
I
it.
love Slide. I play Slide all the time. I play
Heat Stroke is my
all the-
shit.
Heat Stroke is my favorite
shit.
song on there.
Feels first, a Big Sean verse on there.
Yeah.
You know that it's got to be a good song if a Big Sean verse isn't.
Isn't Don't Quit on there with Travis too?
No, it's there is a Travis. Prayers Up is on there with Travis.
Oh, fire.
Yeah,
Like
fire.
that album deserves a little more respect.
Faking It, Lil Yachty and Kayla. No, that's a that's a really good album. Okay, do we have hot takes?
Yeah, I could have saved that for my hot take, but yeah.
You could have said that for your hot take. That would have been a good hot take.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
I think that Untitled Unmastered by Kendrick Lamar is his third best project.
Behind To Pimp and
Good Kid. Yep. I'll take Untitled over Damn or Mr. Morale. Love them both. Love everything Kendrick has dropped. But to me, just the musicality of it, they're obviously To Pimp a Butterfly throwaways. So it's a lot more of this like really off the wall, like funky psych jazz rap. You know what I mean? And so it's more catered to me. But I just think the rapping, the instrumentation, some of the features, you know what I mean? Like some of my most played Kendrick songs are like Untitled 2, Untitled 3, Untitled 6, and Untitled 8.
You're reaching a little bit, but I'm not mad. Damn, you can't disrespect Damn.
I think Damn might be last in my
But okay, you gotta
What?
when you talking about best, not favorite, because I think that's where we always end up arguing. You know what I mean? If you said favorite, cool, got you. You could.
It
stand
probably is my favorite. It
But-
might be my favorite project. No, Tim
you.
Pimp is. It's like my
boy.
second favorite. It's like my second favorite.
But like, you
project.
can't say that's the best Kendrick. It has too much mass appeal. Too
I'll
many
say it's
people
the third.
love that.
I'll say it's the third behind To Pimp and Good Kid.
It's not close, bro. The artistry even on Damn is like underrated, bro.
But I'll take Untitled.
You got to go back. So when was the last time you really played Damn in full, though?
Right after I listened to Untitled. I listened to Untitled twice in a row, probably 2 days ago, and then I said, I was thinking about this hot take, and I was like, is it better than Damn? And I went and listened to Damn in full, and I was like, yeah, it's better than Damn.
I'm not gonna do it. What do you think about that? He doesn't give a shit. Do you have a hot take?
No, sorry guys.
Okay, my hot take is Young Thug is the greatest rapper out of Atlanta
Ever?
ever.
What?
Ever.
That's crazy, bro.
Ever.
That's crazy.
Better than Future and Andre.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. Future's better.
I know that it's a hot thing to say, like, Future's the one right now. I think Thug's influence is undeniable. I think that he's affected Future's inspired the youth for sure too, but I think just sonically pushing boundaries, like experimentation, the way that he uses his voice, the tats, the way that he just moves around even, you know what I mean? The dress on a fucking, which one is that?
Oh, fuck.
I forget. I forget. But, like,
Beautiful
just
Girl.
You forget.
everything about Thug is just iconic.
I just think, like, I get it, but I just think Thug's music overall is not good enough.
It's really good, but the catalog doesn't stand next to Future's or Outkast.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that Thug has some really great music, but I just don't think that it is strong enough to say he's the best artist out of Atlanta.
The only one
you could say he's top 3 influential, but to say he's the best artist to ever come out of Atlanta, I just think is a hotter than the sun take, bro.
I mean, to say that he's top 3 means that he's already in conversation.
Okay, that's fine.
Right?
He can be in conversation, but to
And
say
the
he's the
only
best
other
is crazy.
person, the only other person that is in, one of them is part of a duo and has never released a solo body of work. Andre,
Does Thug have a classic album?
yeah,
Low-key,
Barter
no.
6. Barter 6 is a classic.
Barter 6.
Barter
All
6
right,
is
fair,
a
fair.
classic.
But that's
Fair.
it.
Fair.
Maybe Beautiful Thugger Girls.
Beautiful Thugger Girls and I'm Up Low-Key.
No.
And
I'm up.
Low-Key.
I can see
I love I'm
being
Up,
a part
but-
of the conversation. I don't think Beautiful Thugger Girls makes
Well,
it.
and also, Miles, I think we're forgetting about some people because I'm not the one to make the argument because it's not really my lane, but I've definitely talked to some older people.
Tell him what, Killer Mike?
No, the way they talk about Jeezy and Gucci Mane.
I'm not mad at Gucci.
I think Jeezy, some people talk about Jeezy in crazy ways that I feels like you just had to be there.
I love Jeezy.
Yeah.
I listen to Jeezy still, like, now. Like, I very much so enjoy his music, but I also listen to that and I'm like, if I tried to play this for a fucking, like, 18-year-old right now, they'd be like, the fuck is Air Forces? You know what I mean? Like, Jeezy's dope. And I think that the argument with Jeezy's dope, and I think the argument with Jeezy that's really cool is the influence that you could see with the snowman shirts getting banned from schools and stuff like that. Obviously, the connection with BMF while they were in Atlanta is really, really tough, but it's not generational.
I don't
music.
think you can make that argument until we wait another 20 years and see what 18-year-olds think of Young Thug's music. Because I bet you're probably right. They're probably going to fuck with it, but you just can't make that argument yet, you know?
Look,
he's too new.
And the thing is, I don't even want to, like, say this about Thug. You know what I'm saying? I think he's too new. I think he hasn't had the time that Future has had to, like, give us a full body of work, give us, like, a catalog. But I really don't think his projects are that cohesive, to be honest, bro.
When did Future come out and when did Thug come out? Future's been around since what, like 2013?
No, Future's been around since
2011, I think.
Yeah.
2011, and Thug was probably 2012.
Yeah,
Was
but
it?
I mean, it's not
Power?
Future. It's not Future either.
I think Future's
Andre
older than
3000 is the best Atlanta rapper. It's not Future either. Andre. Is.
I think if you're gonna go,
If you're talking influence, Andre's more influential.
I think,
than Thug.
to be honest, I think if you want to go Atlanta artists, I'm not mad if you say Future or Thug number one. Like, coming into this, I was honestly gonna say Future, but then I really thought about it and I'm just like, I like Thug more. I'm not mad if you say either of them. Andre is like solid at that 3 spot.
No, it's Andre.
I love Andre, but you got to drop a solo album.
No Lil Wayne without
drop
Andre.
a solo album.
No
There's
Lil,
no Lil Wayne with like.
Who influenced Lil Wayne? Who influenced Lil Wayne then? Whose style did Wayne derive his style from?
You're not gonna get him on this one. Though.
Who?
Not Andre 3000.
Who then?
Not. What do you mean? Why
Who?
does he have to have an influence?
Because he didn't just make
Direct.
that shit up.
I think more Hove.
That's insane.
I think more Hove.
You mean like style wise, or
Yeah, like flow wise.
You think Andre 3000 really was inspiring Wayne like that? Not to say he didn't, because I see like
Yes,
flow
it's
a little
pretty
bit,
clear.
but
Yeah,
I think to say
the
that Wayne was inspired by Hope is a stretch.
it's a huge stretch.
Flow wise,
There's no flow.
flow-wise,
There's
the way he was rapping, early Wayne.
what year? Like Carter 2 Wayne?
Carter 1 and 2.
Okay. I mean,
Or what was he? Hot Boys? Was
Yeah,
that Wayne?
yeah.
That Wayne.
I mean, yeah. I don't see any Hove influence.
But you see, fucking, to be honest, I don't think either of them. I think Wayne is in.
There's Andre influence.
I think Wayne is in conversation with them as the niggas who are influencing the next generation.
Right. I might be ignorant. I feel like Wayne doesn't have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there's obviously people that you could say influenced him a little bit here and there, but like I really don't. I don't think there's a clear through line with anyone to Wayne at all. That's the GOAT.
Andre.
That's the GOAT, man.
You also thought that fucking Kendrick sounded like Dr. Dre, so
I'm just not sucking off Andre 3000 every episode.
Whoa.
I just don't understand.
And I like Andre.
You understand flows, like you get it. Like I don't understand how you thought. We don't.
You make me argue about Andre every episode, bro. So Andre is not everything in hip hop.
I mean, he's one of the greatest ever.
He is one of the greatest ever. The same way Young Thug is one. Young Thug and Andre in terms of overall hip hop are on par.
What?
Damn.
That's
Young
crazy.
Thug, you don't think Young Thug's top 10 all time?
He just
No, I
hasn't had.
don't.
He hasn't had the time yet, bro.
That would have been a better hot
big-
take.
that's a
Fuck
big-
Atlanta, Young Thug top 10 all time.
That's just stupid.
Ever.
That's just stupid. Miles.
Ever.
He does
What
not
you
have the
mean?
catalog yet.
How many more projects does he need? He got more projects
He
than
needs some-
Biggie. He got more projects than Pac. He got like
It's
all
not-
these
it's not
other
about-
niggas,
It's
bro.
not about how many they have. It's about how many cohesive, seamless classics they
my
have.
God.
And Thug has one, just one.
Oh my God. What about
Future-
songs? How many
Future has a
songs do
bunch.
they? What about songs?
Huh?
If we go song for song, how many classic songs does Young Thug have?
A decent amount.
Can it go toe to toe with anyone that we named?
I think Andre has more.
Songs,
Yeah.
individual songs. Is it a lot more? Be real. Be real. Classic songs that you could go to anyone of any generation and say, you know this.
And are we talking solo too?
Camera died.
Yeah, bro. Andre don't have nothing solo.
Andre is outcast.
You can't say that.
Yeah, I don't think you could say that.
I will say that.
I know, but you can say it and be wrong.
There's a whole other guy. Like
The biggest boy.
big boy.
Yo, cough much, bro?
Hey man, this is flu game number 2. You feel me? I said some controversial things today.
A little bit.
I hope I get canceled.
Don't say that. Oh God, please no.
Cancel me
No, don't
on
cancel.
some Daniel Caesar.
Shut up. Why they try to cancel Daniel Caesar?
I think he just didn't play the game right. He thought he had too much. He thought he had too much.
He
cachet.
thought he was him.
He thought it was him, bro. How are you gonna say that? How are you gonna say cancel me, bro? Your career is just beginning. You don't have a strong enough fan base to be like that.
Hey, stand on it. You know what I mean?
That shit hurt his career a lot.
Stand on it and then keep making slaps. He got a what was it? Get You with Cali. That song.
So good.
He got a little
With
smash.
You,
It's Get
Get
You.
You,
Get You.
Get
He
You,
got a
Like
little
You.
smash hit and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna say."
I don't think it's
man.
Get You, bro.
It's Get
It's
You.
Get
Can we
You.
put money on it?
I don't.
Can we put money on it? I'm right so often. Can we talk about that? Before we get up out of here, what do you guys think your correct percentage is?
I'll just be talking. Okay, it was Get You. You got it.
I'd say.
Huh?
What's the problem?
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like
I
that.
was just really tired of hearing you talk.
I'd say Ose's correct percentage is probably like he shoots about 30% from the field. Spencer, you shoot about 50. You're 50-50. It's hit or miss. I'm at least 75.
Why am I 30%?
Because you just
What is this
don't-
disrespect?
'Cause you just be saying shit.
Don't engage him. Don't
What-
engage him.
what
Do you have
is
a-
this
hey, do
disrespect?
you have a hot take?
No.
You should say your hot take is that Miles sucks.
He don't believe it.
You should say
That's
Miles.
still twin.
I think that Miles.
See, now he's gonna say some bullshit.
You know what? I think Miles is right a lot, but he can't admit when he's wrong.
That's not a hot take. That's a cold take.
And that to me is dangerous because even if I shoot 30%, I'll eventually admit that I'm wrong the 70%.
Eventually.
And people fuck with me because of that. Because I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. But you will stand on bullshit every time, and that's really bad. That's a bad
Facts.
trait. You have to improve.
Stand for something or fall for anything.
No.
I live by that, man.
You should be moldable, malleable like clay.
Don't
You should
let
be
these
you should be learning every single day.
You
and
want
should be
people to
willing
mold
to be the
you?
bigger man when you're wrong.
You get molded by people. I don't let nobody mold me.
Can we get out of here?
Thanks for watching, man. Like, share,
I'll
comment,
mold you.
subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Catch y'all next one, man. Peace.
Bye.
I'll mold you is crazy.
Mold you like some clay.